What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the Bandai Game Dimensions Tekken 8 King. Look at that guy, and look at this guy, because you know what? Through those box, this isn't looking so bad. And the reason I'm saying that is because I was on the fence about this. This is Bandai Play, formerly Bandai America's new Game Dimensions line of video game figures. So far they've only done like Tekken 8 figures, but I haven't gotten them. I don't know, wasn't really feeling it, but King was a figure I really wanted to get a, like King is a character I really wanted to get a figure of, is what I'm trying to say. There was Storm collectibles, and it's a bit too pricey, and my experience with Storm collectibles is a little suspect. Haven't really enjoyed what I've gotten from them. But anywho, this was a lot cheaper, and I've been waiting for it to come into stock. I didn't pre-order it, just been waiting, and finally it did over the weekend, announced by Bandai Play themselves on Instagram, and I ran and I ordered it, and here it is, and it's looking pretty good. And I gotta tell you, for as much poo-poo as like Bandai America has gotten over the years, my experience with them overall has been pretty decent. They kind of punch above their weight a lot. I mean, just this year alone, I reviewed that Chainsaw Man figure, and I really liked that figure. Now, that figure was pretty excellent. Is King excellent? Well, let's do the review and find out. And here's King out of the package, and he's really quite fun. I really am enjoying playing around with this figure. A couple of things to note. There is a GameStop exclusive, and that GameStop exclusive, the chest, as you see here, chest is just, the whole body is like one color, just like a skin color. But the GameStop exclusive has shading on the chest. However, it's got a more cartoony looking head. It's like they teased us with a weird, the head here is more painted and more like this kind of tiger cheetah thing. I guess cheetah, right? And the GameStop one, which has a more painted chest and is more like realistic, I guess, has a more cartoony head. I don't know why they made that decision. It's like get them both and switch heads, maybe. But yeah, that is a difference. I don't know if the pants are different. There might be like a third version. I could have sworn I saw one with different pants, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know if I'm gonna get that GameStop one. The pre-orders were sold out on it, so I didn't bother. And again, I didn't pre-order this one. It's just when it came up, Bandai had put up a listing that it was now available, and I just jumped on it and I got it because I was looking at it. I definitely wanted one of them, so I went with the one that was available on Amazon. That's the regular one, and that's fine. Like I said, chest, no paint, but it looks really good nonetheless. Even without the shading. I think the muscles look very, very good on the arms, and you can see some veinage here. It's pretty good. And on the body. Now, the one thing here is this isn't painted, and this should be painted. That is a bit of a bummer. I don't know if it's painted on the other version, but I didn't notice that right away, but that's like the biggest bummer on this figure, is that this thing is skin color and not painted. That's an easy one to fix, obviously. Some black, and you're good. But it is annoying. It's blue on this side, and I don't know if it should be this blue or not, but yeah, it's less glaring on this. As you can see, he does have a little glove there, and that's pretty good. Not so bad. On this side, it's this, light blue, which looks pretty good, I'd have to say. And then the rest of his, wrist to bicep thing, this little wrap here, you know, that sports thing. It's pretty good. It looks pretty good. It's just done in a darker blue, and then the elbow pad is in yellow. It says something king. I can't read it well. Let me see if we can zoom in and see better. Anger of the... I don't know. I can't read that. Of the bees? BS? It's probably like I'm totally reading it wrong. Anger of the bears? It's not. There's no R there. I don't know. This says king. You can let me know what it says if you know. The back, again, nice musculature. No paint, but looks fine enough. He's got a nice little tail. And that is painted very well. See that? Beautifully done, actually. Very nicely sculpted, nicely painted tail. Then the back of the pants has some nice sculpt work here on the black part. And then, you know, I love how the pants look. It looks really good. There's a lot of different colors going on throughout. You got the black, the whites, the yellows, the blues on the boots. But the blues up here as well. Really nice. Very, very, very nicely done. Everything is neat on this side. King on this side is neat. Printed on. Really good looking. I like it. I like the pants. Over here, it says king as well. Anger of the bees. The bee's knees. The BS. And then you got the textured knee pads. Two different things going on. You got king on there again. Then the boots. The laces look real good on both sides. Yellow on this side, blue on that side, and the design on there is really good. Bottom of the boots, nothing going on there, but you know, this part of the boot looks fine on both sides, which is cool. And then the head sculpt is actually quite awesome. Like, this is beautiful. Like, beautiful sculpt, beautiful paint, excellent. The mouth looks fantastic. Sides here look good. The ears, the back of the head, all the cheetah striping, spotting. It looks fantastic. The eyes look good. Yellow with the black pupils. Really, really, really nice. I love it. The mouth again, the teeth, the tongue. Very good. The fur detail. And you know what's cool about this is one of the things that was putting me off and why I didn't pre-order it is I really felt like the head looked tiny, but it's actually not that bad. It actually looks pretty good, and I gotta say, and I don't have it in hand, so I don't know, but, you know, the Storm Collectibles one, like, the head, because that body is so ginormous on that one, that head looks really, really tiny. And it's kind of one of the things that kind of put me off on that figure for a long time, even though I really did want it. But you know, I didn't get it. But this was in my wheelhouse. Like a nice, cheap, you know, I guess $30 figure, not so bad. A little bit, was it less than $30? It might have been $29.99. I don't know. I don't know if it was 25 or 29. I can't remember. Either way, I'm happy with it. He's a big, tall figure. He's pretty good. Yeah, looks-wise, I think he's great. I think the proportions look pretty spot on. You know, my one gripe is the paint on there. I don't even care that the paint is not on the body. I might get the other one just to compare and see which one I like better and just keep the better one or try to make one. You know, like I said, maybe take the head off this one if I don't like the other head. But we'll see. We'll see. If I ever find it in store. I'm not going out looking for it, so it's one of those things where if I find it, I might get it. If not, I'm kind of happy with this one. And taking a look at the all-important articulation, because, you know, fighting figure, wrestling guy definitely needs some decent articulation. He's got it. The head. The top part is on a ball joint, then the neck moves. Obviously, this is going to hinder it a bit, so, a lot of it, but it is what it is. If this was soft plastic, it would have worked better, but it is not. The body does have one of these hinges for the ab crunch. Freely moving. And then the waist does create a big gap, but however, now you don't create as much of a gap. That's right, it has a kind of like a drop down joint. So you get, more range in the lower half. That's pretty cool, and then turns fine. Then the shoulders have a hinge, a swivel, and there is a butterfly joint in there. It's weird though, because they didn't cut it like out here to maximize that, but there is one in there. And look, you can see by the movement. See that? And I see it. I see the joint the way it's working inside. It's pretty cool. I wish they would have cut this a little bit. I get not breaking the sculpt there is admirable too. But, it would have been good to get a little more range of motion there. Swivel at the bicep. You do have a double jointed elbow, hindered by a little bit by all the muscles. The wrists are on ball joints, can move around pretty good. Pretty much a full split on the legs. There is a drop down joint here as well. So, you can utilize that. You can maneuver this a little bit up there. Yeah, good enough, I guess. You get some decent rotation in there. And then the double jointed knee works pretty decently. There is no boot cut on this. There is a little bit of a rocker here, and it goes back and forth. So decent enough articulation. I've been able to get this dude in a lot of different poses. You can check out my Instagram, link is down below, for some cool posing with King. Oh, and his tail moves. Yeah, I forgot to mention this tail. For accessories, we do get an extra pair of hands, and this one kind of has like a pointing finger, or you could use it as a getting ready to wrestle finger, you know what I'm saying, like grappling. However way you want to use it, you can use it. And as far as switching it out, seems pretty easy enough. At least taking out the hand was pretty easy. Let's see if it putting in works without any heat. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Now we can do a little pointing. I think it's pointing. I think he points. I think King points. That looks pretty good. Then we get an effect part for like a thunder fist. I don't know what the move is called, but we do get it. I don't know if he does it normally with one particular hand or the other, but I'll do it with this hand. And I think it's pretty good. It's just in a translucent white, but it works. It works. It looks pretty decent. It fits on his hand good. I'm sure it'll fit on either hand, and there you go. And then finally, we get this stand and this little thing here that says fight, which is cool. This is, you would put this in front of your characters to recreate like the beginning of a game, which is awesome. It just like kind of sits on there. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a pinkish, like a light pink. The GameStop exclusive has one that just says Tekken on it. I believe Tekken 8 or whatever. Yeah, this thing is different on the GameStop one. So if you want that, you're going to have to get the GameStop one. And for your size comparisons, first up, here is King with a bunch of other fighting figures, including the Lucha Brothers from a Boss Fight, Chun-Li and Fei Long from a Jada Street Fighter line, and Ryu from the SH Figure Art. So I do think all of them scale pretty well because King is a big dude. So some good figures. These two figures scale a little bit bigger than these, but they're wrestlers, so you could say that they're a little bit bigger. Why not? They still scale really good with King. For another size comparison, here is a King with a couple of Hasbro figures. We're Rita Repulsa from Lightning Collection and Marvel Legends Crystar. Then we have Snout Spout from Masterverse that we just reviewed. Obviously a much bigger figure. And Chainsaw Man from Bandai Play. So two Bandai Play figures here. And I gotta tell you, in this scale of figure, like these two have been like 2 of my favorite figures that I've reviewed this year. A lot of fun. I keep messing around with them. That's pretty good. That bodes well for Bandai Play. You know, what they're doing right now. I think they're doing some really, really cool stuff, and people shouldn't sleep on them. And my final thoughts, I really like this figure. I think it's a lot of fun to play with. It's really cool. You know, it could get a little bit basic in spots with like the paint and stuff. Yeah, this is a baller right there, but that's the only one, honestly. Like, you could put more details on it, but it's not like I'm not used to this level of detail on a $20-something figure. You know, we're all used to like Marvel Legends and all of that. They don't put every single detail in. So this is not something new, nor should anybody poo-poo on this figure for that, because this is what this price point of figure will get you. Now, again, the GameStop exclusive does have shading in the chest, but then the head seems a little bit lesser. So I don't know what they're doing there. If I do find it, I might get it, and we'll compare, and then maybe I'll just keep one. I really don't need 2 of these guys, but this is a really cool figure. I really like it. I'm glad I got at least this one. It is very, very nice. I think there's a lot of nice level of detail in the tights. You know, a lot of different paints. There's even a little lighter gray over here. You see that I didn't notice before. I would say as far as accessories, I wish he did come with that big cape, but I think that would like raise the level of price a little bit. Because it is pretty intricate, especially the one for where this particular game character version of the character comes from, Tekken 8. Like, I think it's even more intricate than even the one, I think, if I remember correctly, Storm Collectibles one is Tekken 5, right? So the cape is a little bit different there. So yeah, you know, that would have been cool. But I get it. It would take it up a little bit, you know, higher. If I could get one for this guy, like an AliExpress gem or something, eBay. I know a lot of folks sell these types of things. That would be really, really cool. So if anybody sees anything, let me know, because I'd be interested in that. I think he looks really cool with a cape as a character. You know, like the cape, you know, cloak thing, the robe when he's walking into the ring. It's really, really nice. But I like this figure a lot, and there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection with some fighting figures. There's going to be more. Yeah, stay tuned. But if you do like this one, check out the link down below to Amazon. He is available there, and help support the channel. Till next time, peace out, peeps.